Go. Hello everybody, my name is Cameron Schultz, and today I am going to be discussing why we need more mental health help for our veterans. The quote I chose is a quote from Abraham Lincoln, and it says, "Honor to the soldier and sailor everywhere who bravely bears his country's cause. Honor also to the citizen who cares for his brother in the field and serves, as best he can, the same cause." Veterans, there's no easy way to put this, but veterans have fought for the freedoms we have today. The least we can do is give them adequate mental health help. And I would like you to think back to a time where you had to struggle with something. Who helped you get through it? Did you ever struggle with mental health help? If so, who helped you through that? Our veterans are taught not to open up about their mental health. They have to be the ones that have to be strong for everybody. They're the ones that fight for our freedoms. Today we will be discussing how veterans face post-war dilemmas, how they're viewed after wars, and the stigma attached to opening up about your mental health while you're in the military. The first point is how veterans face a lot of post-war dilemmas. There is a trigger warning because this is a touchy subject, and that is suicide. The veteran suicide rate is 22 a day, which according to 22aday.org, 22 veterans choose to commit suicide. That's 660 preventable deaths every month. According to the website, the Military Veteran Project, that equates to a suicide every 65 minutes. So think about the time that you spend in class. At least one time, every time you're in class, a veteran chooses to end their life. And then another post-war dilemma that veterans also face is that they have a high divorce rate. According to lawinfo.com, first enlisted military have a 30% higher divorce rate than most citizens, which if you add that on top of the 50% divorce rate that we have as citizens, that can mess you up mentally. Think, and also being away from your spouses and loved ones from an extended period of time can also put a damper on your mental health. Imagine not seeing your husband, your wife, your kids, your parents for up to it can be more than a year at a time. It must be a mental strain thinking about all the birthdays, anniversaries, firsts in your kids' lives that you're missing. And I believe a reason why veterans could be facing post-war dilemmas is the way that they're viewed after war. Vietnam veterans, which according to encyclopedia.com, many anti-war protesters blame veterans who served in Vietnam for the travesties that happened, but they didn't blame the government whose decisions were made to start the war in Vietnam. Vietnam veterans, some were welcomed home by being called baby killers and being spit on. Some protesters even spit in the face of veterans. Imagine fighting for your country, risking your life for the freedom of the citizens of the United States, just to have those same citizens welcome you home by calling you a baby killer or spitting in your face. And there are veterans from other wars that were the World War I veterans felt betrayed because when they had left, there was promise of jobs being kept or other things. And then when they came home after fighting, especially the ones on the Western Front, they came to find out that jobs have been filled, that they had less opportunities than other citizens. And a man I know well, who served his country during the Iraq War era, was an amazing person to talk to about the aspects about mental health when it comes to the aspect of serving your country. And that man is my father, who served his country well. And to this day, he said if he could continue fighting, he would. He was telling me the stigma attached to it about opening up about your mental health while you're in the military is sad, because you're taught that opening up about your mental health is a sign of weakness. There's also end of deployment review, which asks you questions like, did you see dead bodies? Did you kill anybody? And if you say yes, the amount of time that you see your family, it is extended past that. You're also situationally aware of events that could go wrong. And the worst part is that veterans silently pray for forgiveness for the things that they've done. So today we discussed the different reasons why we need to help veterans with their mental health. From post-war dilemmas of high divorce and suicide rates, to how veterans were viewed after a war, and the stigma attached to opening up about your mental health while you're in the military. So in conclusion, I hope I brought this horrifying truth to light. And I end with this. The next time you see a veteran, thank them for their service, because this can improve their mental health by showing that someone cares about the sacrifices that they made. And we can all work together to fight for the same people who fought for our freedom.